Welcome to Diecast Racing. Today for 3's Racing, we have Group 3 going at it to see which car will make it to the championship round. This league is brought to you by JLHcraft.com Racing. Our current top 3 cars for the league is Norman Run Racing with 17 points, M&M Racing with 14, and the A team from Canada with 12.
Let's take a look at Group 3.
Indeed we shall, Jason. So let's take a look at what these teams will be driving in Group 3. Indiana Diecast Racing will be racing in the Ferrari 348. In the Ford GT90 will be Northern Roads Racing. In the Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo, we have Monster Motorsports Diecast Racing. We are set. Let's get things started.
Race 1.
And the first race of the day is off. As they make it around the corner, Lamborghini Super Trofeo in first, but here comes the GT90. And the Lamborghini Super Trofeo hip checks him into the boards. And he secures his first win. So that's 3 points right off the bat for Monster Motorsports Racing. And Northern Roads Racing is not going to be happy about that shove. But that's just the way it is here in 3's Racing. And coming in last, surprisingly, was the Ferrari 348 for Indiana Diecast Racing. So that's the 4th win of the season for Monster Motorsports Racing, which places him currently in first with 3 points. Following close behind is Northern Roads Racing with 2, and Indiana Diecast Racing unfortunately suffered a DNF.
Race 2.
And the cars are off, going around the corner. And the Ford GT90 just explodes off the bend. And he secures his win with a 7:48 time. And this will tie him up with Monster Motorsports Racing, who comes in second. And coming in last is Indiana Diecast Racing once again. And this is shocking to most of us who picked that Ferrari to be right up there among the leaders. What a great way to take advantage of the inside lane. Northern Roads Racing and the Ford GT90 looks formidable in this race, as he grabs his 4th win of the season. At least this time, Indiana Diecast Racing does grab a point and he's on the board, but he still has a hill to climb.
Race 3.
Both the GT90 and Lamborghini Super Trofeo are tied with 5 points as they go around the corner, and the Ferrari's in a slight lead, but here comes the Lamborghini Super Trofeo, and by him goes the Ford GT90, passing him at the last moment. And he grabs the victory for his 2nd of the day. That'll push him ahead in the 1st place.
That was a good race.
It certainly was, Jason. Northern Roads Racing overtook him at one of the last possible moments, and that'll give him his 5th career win. And Monster Motorsports Racing is right behind him in the Lamborghini Super Trofeo, trailing by only 1 point. Indiana Diecast Racing is having an extremely tough day with only 2 points out of 3 races so far. Let's hope he can do better.
Race 4. There we go.
The cars are racing down the first stretch, and around the corner they go, and Northern Roads Racing just explodes out of the curve in the 2nd lane, and he grabs the victory with a 7:44 time, and he is starting to put on a show now as he extends his lead over Monster Motorsports Racing with that decisive victory. And it looked like Indiana Diecast Racing came in 2nd, and that's a big pulse of life for him. But this will be the 6th career win for Northern Roads Racing. So Northern Roads Racing with 11 points, Monster Motorsports with 8, and Indiana Diecast Racing creeping back with 4.
Race 5. Here we go.
And exploding off the starting grid, there they go neck and neck around the bend, and the Ford GT90 extends his lead once again, grabbing the win with the 7:33 time.
That was fast.
It definitely was, Jason, as the Ford GT90 just secured his spot in the championship round. And 2nd place was a close one, as Indiana Diecast Racing just edges out Monster Motorsports Racing. But there is no chance of catching that GT90 as Northern Roads Racing is driving that beast to perfection. Having clinched, Northern Roads Racing can relax now with 14 points. Monster Motorsports sits there with 9, and Indiana Diecast Racing is creeping up to second place with 6 points.
Last race.
And as Commissioner Jason said, this is the last race. And Monster Motorsports hits into the divider wall and tumbles over. He crashes into the Ford GT90, who still makes it across. And Indiana Diecast grabs the win. And we hope Monster Motorsports is okay.
Fatality.
And we hope that was referring to the car, not the driver. And yes, it appears Monster Motorsports is okay as he climbs out of the car. But that Huracan Super Trofeo took a nasty tumble. Slides off the Ford GT90. And looks like that car is finished for the season in more ways than one. And Indiana Diecast Racing grabs his 4th career win. But unfortunately, it is too little too late. But the story of the day has been the Ford GT90 by Northern Roads Racing, who had the superior performance. And here comes Monster Motorsports Racing. We wish him the best. So here we go, folks. After this long and arduous season, here are your championship teams. We have Norman Byrne Racing, who has 17 points, Northern Roads Racing with 16, and M&M Racing with 14 points. So these 3 teams will go at it next week in a 6-race match. And the car with the most points will be crowned Season 2 champion. So we hope you stick with us and join us next week. Be sure to hit like and subscribe so you do not miss that match. And we will see you guys here soon at Toon Tracks Racing. And this is going to be some series, folks. I, for one, cannot wait. Take care all, and we will
See you on the track.
I will name him George, and I will hug him and pet him and squeeze him.